What's up, everyone? We're here with Zoe Gabrielle. She is our first online interview on the podcast. Welcome, Zoe. Happy to have you here. We are here on three, two, one.
Double
Double
time.
time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, Zoe. So welcome to the show. We're glad to have you here. I'll let you do your intro. Obviously, tell everyone what you are, who you are.
Well, hi, I'm Zoe Gabrielle. I'm a singer-songwriter, I guess. Yeah, I've been doing music for about a year. I make kind of like indie pop type of music, and yeah, happy to be here. So, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
She reached out
Wow.
to us. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
All right. No, you're good.
Having a lot of
Yeah.
problems.
Zoe reached out to us, and I mean, we're great to have. It's great to have you here. It's
hmm
great to always talk to other artists because our circle is very close knit. We don't really talk to a lot of like outside people very often, so it's easy to get like in the like echo chamber of ideas we already have. So we love having a
hmm
fresh face here. And you said that you started about a year ago. I mean,
hmm
I was looking into your stuff. I think it was like almost exactly a year ago, right? I believe.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Isn't that weird? Like, I'm pretty sure my first song came out like this is the year anniversary. So, happy birthday to my firstborn, you
Happy
know?
birthday! Happy birthday!
Was it
Um,
like
But yeah.
today or was it just July?
Um, I think it was like July 16th, maybe 15th.
Okay.
I don't know. So, yeah, pretty much, I guess, close enough.
Yeah.
so I mean, to
Good.
get right into things, like
Mhm.
why last year? Why? I mean, you've been doing music. I mean,
Mhm.
if that's I know that sounds like a weird way of phrasing it, but like,
No, yeah.
why did you choose last summer as like the debut? Now you're starting music.
Mhm. Um, good. I don't think I've ever been asked that. I don't know. I honestly think I was just bored. Like I feel like it was just COVID time and I was just kind of like I've always been into singing and like stuff like that, but I've never really I at the time I was like I could never write though. Like I just refused to do it. And then I was kind of
Mhm.
like, I'm gonna just write to this YouTube beat and I'm just gonna see how it goes. So that's like how I started writing, I guess. But I don't know. It was just a time for me to find a new passion, I guess, and here I am. It's been going well and it's been fun. So I don't know. I guess yeah, I really don't know. I guess I was bored. That's the short answer.
No, I get it. I get it. I write a lot of my songs because I need something to do, and it works,
Mhm.
right? I mean,
Oh yeah.
it's a fun thing to do.
Yeah, it
I mean,
is.
you've seen some success. You only have 3 songs right now as of recording this. I think you have. Is it an
Mhm.
EP, 2 songs, something coming out within like the next week, right?
Yeah, I have a song coming out on Friday, so that's exciting. No EP yet, but
Okay.
hopefully by the end of this year, maybe. Hopefully. I've been pushing it off for way too long, but yeah, yeah, I do. I have a song releasing on Friday, so that's super exciting.
But yeah, you have 3 songs out right now, and I mean,
hmm
compared to Double Vision as of now, like you're more successful than us. You're getting streams. I don't know if this is like something you have experience with, but if you want to talk about like how you reached this like new audience, especially since you're so new to the whole music scene.
hmm No, that's so funny you say that because I feel like I don't know. Since I've been doing music a year, I know that doesn't seem like a long time, but sometimes I'm just like, Zoe, you should have way more songs out. Like you're literally so lazy. But I don't know. I guess it's just kind of been like, social media has helped like reaching new audiences and just a lot of different aspects in that way. I also do like theater and acting as well. I guess I kind of think of that as more of a hobby because like I don't know, music I just take a little more seriously. So yeah, that's that, and I meet a lot of people through that as well, which has been super fun. But yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that because I saw that you have like some sort of something you're on stage. Do you have
Yeah.
experience with like a lot of theater stuff? And is it like plays, musicals, stuff like that?
Yeah, yeah, I do. Mainly plays and musicals. Like I said, I feel like it was more of a like I did that and I don't do it anymore, and that's how I got into music kind of type of thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm a huge like theater person. I love theater. I think it's cool. I think it's awesome. I think the pandemic definitely made it kind of go downhill, which is well, I guess it made everything go downhill. Oh well, but um yeah, it's definitely kind of like how I was brought up with like the arts, I guess.
No, feel free to jump in. So I don't
Yeah,
know
I was
if
gonna
sorry if I'm
I was
like
gonna
totally
say,
taking over this.
you're good. Um, are you more of a like a dancer performer with the theater, or are you a singer? Like what?
Mhm.
Where do you lie?
I okay, when I was really like younger, like my childhood, I did competitive dance until I was like in high
Oh wow,
school. Um, and then I definitely just like lost interest in that, I guess. And then I don't know, started doing acting and singing and stuff like that. So I'd say mainly, I guess, singing and acting as well.
awesome.
Mhm.
My cousin is a big theater person as well, and I know
Mhm.
the mental strain on
Um,
that and just the perseverance it
yeah,
takes. So that's awesome that you're into
yeah,
that.
for sure.
I mean, do you
Yeah.
think stuff like that, or I mean, just anything like inspires your type of songwriting? Because you said you have this like indie kind of like softer vibe that I'm definitely getting
Mhm.
from your songs. But like I can
Mhm.
sense there's a little bit of like powerhouse in there. Like if you wanted to, you could have like some like upbeat club banger if you wanted to.
Just
So
go to
like where
Miami and
does this
start DJing.
inspiration come from? Yeah.
Um, oh gosh, so many answers to that question. Definitely other artists, but other than that, obvious answer. I guess just me, my personal life and myself, which is something I really didn't start writing. Like I never really wrote about my experiences and like I don't know, like my emotions or whatever, till recently. And I feel like it's just so much better and it's just so much more authentic, I guess. Because like then there's that theater side of me that's like, oh, I want to write through someone else's eyes. I don't want to like story tell, but it's also good to write about yourself, I think. But I think with music, like anything can really inspire you, even just like I don't know, a fork or something like an everyday object. I feel like you can make a song out of it. So, um, yeah, and I also think like traveling, I don't know, like cities and I think that's really inspiring to me and kind of seeing different people and how they live and like different aspects of that kind of stuff, I guess. I just left this is okay, I'm just rambling now. I left the States for the first time like a month ago and it was just like it was so cool. It just like changed my life. So, that was really inspiring recently.
Where'd you go?
I went to London for about a week.
Awesome.
So, yeah, it was really cool.
Jealous. I want to go to
Yeah.
Europe. I've never
I was gonna
been.
say, have you guys ever like traveled outside of the States or no?
Only
Yeah.
to
We don't have
Mexico for
our tour
me.
date. Yeah,
Nice.
man. Not
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
much
we
for
don't have
me.
a tour date yet. Yeah, only
Nice.
to Mexico for me. Just because
Okay.
we're both in Arizona, so it's like right there.
Oh,
It's just
cool.
about a 3 4 hour drive. So,
Yeah.
um, with your songwriting, you were mentioning, so you write all your own songs?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, that's very impressive. I commend you for that, because
No
we
ghostwriters
both.
here.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Because yeah, we both. I mean, Ryan definitely takes the cake for writing all of our
Mhm.
stuff, but sometimes we'll feed off each other with at least ideas, and then he'll sort of make the
Mhm.
poetry part of it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's really
that's a,
important too, though.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah, but like you were saying with the like emotions being the real like driving force. We talked about this in some older episode, but
Mhm.
like there's a very I mean, we feel like there's a very clear difference between like writing from your own experience and writing a song because it's a song to write. And I
Mhm.
mean, we're never trying to be like there's only one way to do this, you have to do one because I mean, just because you want to write a song, that is a
Mhm.
good reason to write a song because you can have some good songs come out of that.
Mhm.
But I
Yeah.
do think, at least me personally, being someone who's been writing for a little while now, it's like I definitely feel like there is a very clear difference when you're writing from something that's so personal because it's
Mhm.
like you can really be in the moment with it, you know?
Mhm. Yeah, I think it's something that other people can sense as well. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just so much more authentic. I think it's so much more real. I think more ideas will bounce off of your head when it's just like you're actually writing from a true experience, you know? So, yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
especially because it's like when you're writing your own experience, there's a good chance
Mhm.
someone out there has had the same experience.
Yeah,
And if yeah, and if you're writing something you don't know about, you don't know if that's like the right way to be feeling, you know?
yeah, dude, that's like the whole point of music. Like, yes, preach that. That's the
Yeah,
whole
like, I
point of
feel like
it.
the whole point is like to share this
Just
emotional
so someone
experience. So
can
how
relate
am
to
I
it.
supposed to write that if
Right,
I don't know
right.
what it is?
Yeah. Yeah, you just gotta, you have to experience life before you like start writing music, I feel like. You have to like, I don't know, go through some stuff, I guess. Good
So
or bad.
basically, you have to have some trauma if you want to
Yeah,
write good
yeah.
music.
Gotta get the mental health a little like
Yeah,
more bad
just a
first.
little bit though.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be too much, but.
What's unique about that too is like how you said you have to go through some stuff before you start writing songs. You also have to
Hmm.
be aware enough to sort of be a third person in your own experience and be able to write about it from that perspective and not just let it sort of consume you because
Hmm.
some songwriting topics and life experience just in general can be pretty dark and consuming, and
Hmm.
it's
Hmm.
it it takes a special kind of person to at least I think to be able to take a step back from that perspective and then view it sort of as an artistic
Yeah.
you know way. I don't know, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I think that's like one of the hardest things too when it comes to songwriting is like, yeah, like you said, kind of like stepping out into a third person type of view because it can be, I don't know, really hard for sure. And it's crazy. I feel like going back to like going through stuff, I feel like when people are at emotionally either really highs or really lows, whatever, like that's when the best material comes out of it. At least I guess maybe for me personally, but I just feel like that's so like that's it's so funny because it's like when you're maybe at your lowest or at your highest, that's when like the best thing is gonna come out of it. Like, you know what I mean?
No, yeah, 100%. I
Yeah.
definitely have those moments where it's almost like I'm so into it. I understand what I'm feeling so well, but it's like
Hmm.
so intense. I don't even know how I could put this into words at this moment because it's like so much.
Hmm. Yeah,
It's
I
like
know.
a
It's crazy. Also, oh my God, this is getting like really dark now, but I was reading this thing that was like talking about how everyone that's creative in any sense is like a little bit mentally ill, like in some way,
Oh,
shape, or
absolutely.
form, but it's
yeah.
it's because that part of the brain is like in the same realm as creativity, so it aligns. I just thought that was so interesting. Also kind of depressing, I guess, but I just thought it was interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, at least for me, I'm not much of a songwriter. I'm more of a producer, musician.
Hmm.
But I had a, I was, I don't know what was wrong with me, but there was something wrong with me at the beginning of
Yeah.
June. I was having just like a little depressive episode.
Hmm.
Um, and I wrote like two or three songs, which I never do. Like the last time I wrote a song, I can't remember the last time I wrote a song. And
Hmm.
like when I was going through that, and the weird part was I didn't really know why I was going through it. I just felt a certain way, for not really an identifiable reason, but
Hmm.
I was able to just make two or three songs from that. And like you said, like when you're at the lowest and highest, that's when the best comes
Hmm.
out.
Yeah, that's so interesting being a producer too, because I feel like I don't produce really, but I feel like producing is so different because it's creative, but I feel like producing is so much more like technical. You know what I mean? Like you kind of have
Yeah.
to like really actually study it, quote unquote. So that's super interesting, and it's always cool to get producers' views on things because I think producers like it's just so fascinating to me. I don't know. I feel like I
Yeah.
could never fully produce because it's just so technical and I would get so like wrapped up in it. It's just I don't know. I
Yeah.
credit anyone that
I definitely feel
produces.
that. Thank you. Yeah, and like something that I think makes it harder, at least than songwriting, for me at least,
Mhm,
is that songwriting you can, there's emotions in your head, there's feelings, there's words
mhm.
to describe those feelings, but producing it's like blank slate. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can you can have different kinds of, emotions in songs like slow piano ballad or upbeat, four on the floor, but
Mhm,
like there's no real, I guess, starting point
mhm.
or at least like clear starting point for producers. Like songwriting, it's like, okay, let me write my feelings and
Yeah.
obviously make it sound good, and that takes skill. But like for producing, it's just like you open the production software, and it's like, what now?
Yeah. Literally. It's in the production software's hands. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
If we're going into the not producing, but also the what now,
Mhm.
your newest song, Copy,
Mhm.
you want to talk about how you came up with that idea and maybe like
Mhm.
the writing process if you have one? Because I notoriously am awful at explaining my writing process. So if I could get anyone else's
I
input,
Yeah.
that
love
would
this
be
song, so
incredible.
I'm ready for this.
Okay, I agree with you. I feel like songwriting is kind of hard to explain. I know where you're coming from. I wrote it, I actually wrote it like a little after my first song. So I wrote it like summer 2021, fall-ish. I think it was more fall. Um, I guess I don't know. I just kind of wrote it. I feel like I just sat down and I wrote it firstly. Like I just sat down and I wrote the lyrics, period. And then I kind of like literally whipped out this whole whiteboard and was like, okay, what's gonna be verse one? Like, how can I play on this word? Like, honestly, took it a little bit extreme. I feel like I used to be so like in depth with lyrics. I overthought it so much. And now I definitely think I'm not like that really anymore. And it's better to not be that way. But anyways, I took inspiration from that song from a lot of things. I would say mainly visuals. I feel like Pinterest and like just seeing things and like I'm also very into fashion and editorial stuff, I guess. And that's really surprisingly I know you're like Pinterest, okay. Like that's just been a super inspirational thing for me. It's just like I don't know, kind of writing about pictures and that stuff as well. Of course, I draw it a little bit from my own experiences. Obviously, gotta have a little bit of that in there, but yeah. So I don't know. I guess it was a bit of a lengthy process. I will admit it was definitely a song I worked really hard on lyric wise, for no reason to be real. But yeah. But I'm fascinated, like what is how do you I know you said you're bad at explaining it, but like I just always like to hear others' input on like how you go about your songwriting.
Ooh, okay. And you say we laugh at Pinterest, but we did the same thing for our last album. We were every
Yeah,
Oh
single
yeah,
thank
song,
you.
the
Thank you.
entire
It's
Pinterest board.
mood boards,
It
I
mood boards
know.
works,
everywhere.
It does. I know. Thank you for understanding.
but
Literally.
Especially because
um,
we do our photo and video stuff too. So as much
Yeah.
visual aid that we can get as possible is always a good thing.
Yes. Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure.
yeah, if I try to explain my writing process,
Mhm.
um, I will say when I'm writing, I am much less picture and much more like it's either I get a melody in my head and I'm like, oh, what chord does that even go with? Because I don't know any music theory. So most of the
Mhm.
stuff is just like I took like a couple months on like guitar training, so I know how to play the chords, but I
Mhm.
don't know what sounds good together. So if I get a melody, I'll like try to figure it out. I usually default to like one key that I usually have to just end up changing because I don't want every song to be in the same key.
Mhm.
But sometimes I have a chord progression. I like just mess around for long enough. I'm like, ooh, that actually sounds kind of cool. Let me see what like kind of vibe would go with it.
Yeah.
I would say most of the time that's usually what it is I'm usually doing the chords first
Mhm.
because those work better with me trying to get like the musical vibe rather than like uh I don't usually go for lyrics first. I'm not much of
Mhm.
a like this is what the song will be about. Let me write around that. I'm
Mhm.
much more like the music comes first and then I use the words to go like into the vibe of the music, if that makes
Mhm.
any sense. Like I said, I'm bad at
Yeah.
explaining it.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's how it should be. I feel like lyrics should always come last because if you just have lyrics, it's like, okay, you just kind of have a poem, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you wrote a cool poem.
Right. Like nice. Yeah, I agree. I kind of do the same thing. I always have to have like something, like I don't know, a beat or something on the guitar. I don't know, something. I don't play any instruments, so that's really tragic for me, but yeah, I feel
Hey,
you.
I guess you prove you don't have to.
I
Yeah.
guess. I don't know.
Well, now that if we're talking about copy still,
Mhm.
let's move on to your first music video, question mark. It was your first
Mhm.
music video, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was.
So yeah,
You're good.
that was an experience.
Yeah.
Tell us about that planning
Yeah.
process.
Oh my gosh, it was so fun. It was honestly really exhausting, like, if I'm gonna be real, but it was really fun. We did it over the course of a day. So we shot for like
Ooh.
Wow.
literally 12 hours. Yeah, it was definitely tiring, I guess, but it was so worth it. It was super, super cool, and everyone I worked with was um super, super, super nice. I loved everybody involved. And again, going back to Pinterest, like all of our inspiration for that video was Pinterest related. Yeah, but Pinterest was like my main inspiration for that, honestly, and creating mood boards and stuff like that. But yeah, it was definitely very exhausting, I guess, but it was so fun. It was super cool. I really want to do like a this next song like a animated music video, like a claymation. Not I don't know about claymation,
Ooh,
but
yeah, no, I get it.
yeah,
I
like
get the
it
vision.
would be that'd be so cool. So I would love to do that. But yeah, music videos are super fun. I think that was definitely my like favorite thing I've done so far regarding music. I guess it was super cool.
Yeah, it's always fun to have visuals come together with your
Mhm.
songs.
Mhm.
We had our music video that was a 2-day shoot that
Mhm.
was also like, double digit hours per day.
Yeah.
And like, yes, it was totally exhausting, but once you like see the final thing come together, it's like a surreal experience knowing that
Yeah.
like everything finally culminated into this one piece of like you can
It's
say like you did this, you know?
it's really surreal. It's honestly really weird. Like I saw it and I was like, "Wow, that's me." Like that's really kind of weirding me out actually. Like what?
Like yeah, turning from like mood boards to like you on the
I,
screen now. It's a
yeah.
little jarring.
I know, and all the effects and all the different things. It's like, okay, like what's going on? This is weird. But it's
Yeah, because you
cool.
have
It's
some
really cool.
awesome visual effects in that copy video where it's like the camera's panning out and you're on the
Yes.
walls that's
Hmm.
like tilted. Yeah, really
Yeah, I
cool.
know.
Did you had a
Mhm.
team?
Yeah, so I had hair and makeup, and then we had someone else do kind of like me and Trey Lost, we worked on like more of the like cinematic elements to it. And he kind of edited it and did that thing. And then our other guy named Tony, he did the like shooting and all the panning and stuff like that. So yeah, we had our little team, and it was great. It was super fun. And yeah, it was a long day for sure, but I would do it again in a heartbeat. It was super fun.
I was gonna say you might be able to give us more insight on this because we've always worked like with a group of basically just our friends who
Hmm.
are lucky enough to be like going into the film industry anyway. So
Yeah.
we have like,
Yeah, all our team is like
the
just
gear and
for real
everything
now.
already.
Hmm.
So uh like could you give any insight if anyone's listening that is like an artist looking to make a music video, like what were the steps you took to get your team together?
Hmm. Um, Well, I feel like I actually think music videos, you really don't have to. I've been wanting to do something like that for so long. Like, ever since I started, I wanted to just be like, I just want to film this music video with my friends. Like, they're normal people, like, they're not in music. Just record it, and have it be like super. I think Beyonce did something like that. I think it was her song 7-Eleven. So like, I really liked that vibe. So I would say honestly, like, you really don't need it, as long as you have, I don't know, honestly, your iPhone, you can film, you can definitely make a music video, but I kind of found mine through um well, I moved to Chicago fall 2021. Yeah. So, I met a lot of people through that within music, and we kind of found each other, and it was also a little bit of social media as well, which was always nice, always a good way to network, in this day and age. But yeah, it just kind of happened, and we had like the same visions, and we had the same vibe, and I knew that it was gonna turn out like super detailed, like how I wanted it to be. Even when I was filming, I was like, yeah, like this is gonna be super sick. So, yeah, it was definitely cool. But that's awesome, having friends in the film industry and stuff like that. I think that's so important to just kind of use, the skills that are around you to help bring something to life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like especially like you were saying with you don't need we've said this time and time again. You don't need anything professional to make anything.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
especially with phones nowadays, they are so like close to like professional quality. You can
Mhm,
absolutely record a music video on your iPhone. And the thing is, people don't care about like having this 8K so crispy like
mhm,
cinematic experience. Like,
mhm.
yeah, it's cool if you have it, but you don't need it.
Yeah,
Like you said, recording a video with your iPhone, we've recorded like audio with our iPhones that
yeah,
we put into our actual songs that are on Spotify now.
yeah.
Like you can do so much now with the things you already have that
Mhm.
it bears repeating time and time again that you don't need anything professional.
Yeah, I feel like that goes in all fields, but especially the arts. Like I feel like that's such a like it's I don't know, even film and even making music, even recording. I don't record it at studios. I record by like myself. It's just it's crazy. You really don't because people I think it's cuz one we're getting smarter as a generation, quote unquote, and it's I don't know. And I also think people don't care anymore. Like people don't care um, how professional something sounds or something's recorded because it's cool to see authenticity, I guess. So yeah, that's why I've always wanted to make a music video like that. Like just something on my iPhone with my friends or something. I think that's cool. And yeah, oh my gosh, that's super awesome that you just recorded the audio like on your phone and put it on Spotify. Like that's crazy. I bet if you showed that to me, I literally wouldn't know. Like, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's the thing. Most people probably wouldn't even notice unless we said something about it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think what you were saying about authenticity, like that's super important nowadays, especially I think for like independent artists who are
Mm-hmm.
like starting off really small. Like if you come out of the gates with this like $10,000 budget music video, people are gonna have questions,
Yeah,
especially if you don't. I think it's more like yes, authenticity, but also like people don't want to see like that kind of money being wasted. So if you're not living up
yeah.
to the potential of the budget you have, I
Mm-hmm.
think that's gonna be worse in the long run than just, like, working with what you have to start with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's super important too. I feel like, you could have a budget of $100, you could have $100 million. I think it matters how you kind of present yourself and how you market yourself, but also network with everybody in your life, not just other people in music and whatever. I think it really matters about how what you do with it, not how much money you invest into it. You know what I mean? For music
Yeah,
videos, for music also, I guess. Um, but yeah, especially music videos, because yeah, music videos are crazy with the yeah all the planning and budgeting. It's definitely wild.
and I mean, more than anything, like, at the end of the day, 99% of the people that are, coming to listen to your stuff are probably listening because of you, the person, and not,
Mhm.
like, because they care about seeing this new visual that you made.
Mhm.
Like, if you're not I'm not gonna say a good person, but, like, if you're not a good person to begin with,
Mhm.
then if you're not like authentic and being like real to your audience at that point, then I don't think you can expect much moving forward. But I don't know. I don't have much experience with that, so I don't
Oh, yeah.
100% know.
No, definitely. I think also with music videos, they're not they're not dying in any means, but I think people do want to see like, the authenticity. I don't know why I'm like having trouble saying that. Um more, I feel like with music videos. It's cool to see something super dope and detailed and thought out. It's always super cool, but I think now it's definitely just cool to see people being I don't know, themselves and just doing I guess stupid music videos like super authentic, super, whatever. But yeah, I feel like that's definitely a big part of it is it really matters on who you are just as a person because at the end of the day, I mean, that's really what's gonna make or break you. Um so it's just how it should be, I guess.
Yeah, I think especially with TikTok too, like it gives
Yeah, I was literally
us
thinking
smaller
about
artists
that.
and
Yeah.
yeah, like it gives artists of any magnitude a much bigger chance to shine and show who they are. It's just their own personal phone. There's no,
Hmm.
directing team telling them what to say or,
Yeah.
dialogue they have to follow. It's just their phone, their content. Like and you know their content can reflect who they are as people and artists too. Like it's not just their personality, but yeah,
Mhm.
I think TikTok is doing a good job of allowing and opening those doors for artists.
Yeah, I was literally thinking about that the whole time I just went on that ramble. I feel like TikTok is the new SoundCloud. It's crazy how TikTok has just made such an impact on everything. Like people on TikTok are making content and it's like normal people. It's like surgeons are blowing up on TikTok. It's like I don't know, it's interesting. It's really, really interesting. So yeah, TikTok, that's like a whole nother conversation to be real. But it's definitely a benefit for smaller artists for sure. I think TikTok has been great.
Yeah, it's like the age of no filter,
Mhm,
especially with, people who don't have these publicity teams telling them what to put up.
mhm.
Because it is quite literally, you are in your room, you press record, and then you upload it, and that's you. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, you can plan stuff beforehand, but it's not going through your manager and then that manager to make sure it's something that is good for the public. Like it's
Mhm.
very just authentic on like every social media platform now. And I think
Yeah.
that's kind of cool, especially for these smaller artists that wouldn't get a chance otherwise without,
Yeah.
millions of dollars in advertising.
Yeah, and it's so funny because it's like that's what people want to see now. People want to see, you just recording in your room or you just, being you and not clearly an ad. You know what I mean? So it's definitely a good thing that that's kind of become more normal and it's a little more casual now, I guess, on TikTok. But yeah, but also I love TikTok. It's like my only source of entertainment, to be honest. It's
Absolutely.
it's great. It really is.
As awful as it is great.
Yeah, 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 a little bit, some cons, but
Yeah. Anyway, Noah,
Maybe
you
we'll
got anything
switch
to
up
say there?
to. I was gonna maybe switch it to, um, maybe her talking about what listeners can expect on her new EP.
If there is an EP.
Well, EP, but like the project, Lonely
Mhm,
Sad Girl,
mhm.
Lonely and Sad Girl.
Um, well, um, I would like to also well, I guess like I said, I this is definitely like with my new song. That's definitely the most I've been authentic and being like, this is what I went through, period. Like, this is about myself. Like, I'm being super vulnerable. And I think I would like to, whether that song is on the EP or not, I would like to definitely go more of that route and tell a story, of course. Um, but I would also, I guess, more on the, I don't know, other side of things. I'd love to do merch. I think that'd be super cool. Um, kind of, I don't know, just something cool and maybe like a winter merch line as well, like crew necks and pants and stuff like that. I think that'd be dope. Um, but yeah, I definitely want it to be just super authentic and I don't know, I was thinking about a few names and I was thinking like just like music from my dorm or something. But I'm also in college. I don't know if I said that already, but so I don't know, I thought that would kind of be cool and as something that's been so on my mind lately is because I don't know, maybe I just need to experience more things because I'm just so wrapped up in music, but like I also want to make songs that are about like so other artists that are also going through, normal life, I guess, can relate to, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, I just think that'd be cool and yeah, I'm excited for it, but I don't know, if I release it in winter though, I feel like I might have to have a Christmas song on it or something, you know?
I'll take the Christmas song curse.
You know all about Christmas songs.
Christmas song curse. Wait, what? What is that?
No, we love Christmas song. We can't escape it. That's the problem.
Oh.
Yeah.
Every December, it's always something.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I'm excited for if you're saying anything that's more like personal. I always
Mhm.
love when artists go more personal rather than
Yeah.
no hate, but like turn me on like a light switch. Like
Yeah,
that's not my
literally.
kind of music. I will not be listening to that respectfully.
Yeah.
Like I want like I'm crying in my bed and I'm
Yes. Oh
sad.
my
Like
God.
that's what I want.
Literally.
That's what I'm looking for.
Are you an
Like
Olivia
I
Rodrigo
love.
fan?
I am. I am. I am. I
Me too.
am.
I saw her live. I love her.
Oh, I wish. I wish.
Yeah, she's
No, I
super
love
cool.
her. I think she was. I mean, call me controversial. I don't know anything about the music industry or anything. I am so stupid when it comes to pop culture. Noah can say that as well. Not Noah stupid. He can say that I'm stupid. Like, I feel like she was like one of the first. I mean, people can say Billie Eilish. You know, going back, I don't know that enough.
Mhm.
But like, she was really like, I am vulnerable. This is literally just me in words, like in a
Yeah.
song. And I like so respect her for that because I don't know, I haven't like seen that before she like kind of did that album.
Mhm. Yeah, I feel like, cause she's also pretty new to the music industry. I knew she did that High School Musical, like, little
Yeah.
show, but I know, yeah, definitely, and I think that's also, like, going back to kinda what we talked about earlier, like, clearly she went through something so horrible, but it turned out, like, really in her favor, you know what I mean? Like, it was probably worth it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely I feel like Taylor was a little more of that. I feel like Taylor Swift kind of,
I am newly indoctrinated into Swiftie culture. So
yes.
I don't know the origins, but I
Yeah.
mean 10-minute version, I love it,
Oh my
obviously.
god,
And
yes.
I knew nothing about the original. But once I listened
Same.
to it, I was like,
It's so
dang, I
good.
get it. I get it.
Yeah, I feel like that's
So
the epitome of, like, yeah, like, it's so specific. It's like you listen to it and it's like, there's no way she just pulled this out. Like, she you know?
yeah. I didn't have to be there to know what was happening.
Right.
Like I know how she feels and how like yeah,
Mhm.
it's a powerful moment.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think that a lot of new artists, especially, you know, smaller independent artists are able to still tap into that
Mhm.
without having to be like this would sound good on the radio. They don't have to
Mhm.
worry about that because
Mhm.
it's not even like something that's in their mind right now.
Mhm.
So that's why I, you know, I love listening to independent artists who can just sing whatever they want to sing because they can.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. I think it's, if you wanna make something commercial based, and just have it be like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's clearly just whatever. But I think that there's something special about it being so vulnerable and writing from your experiences and yada yada yada. And I think Taylor pulls that off pretty well. I will say she's kind of a genius. It's a little frightening. But yeah. I feel like her music has really changed though, recently kind of, from what she used to do.
In what way?
I
Keep
feel like,
talking.
well, I know she started in country, but then she went to pop.
Mm.
But now I think it's like it's like folk kind of. I don't know, it's a little bit different, but I'm kind of into it. So, I don't know. I like what she's doing, but yeah, I also had never heard that song until the 10-minute version came out and I was like, "Wow, this is like really
I was
good.
like,
Like
I
this
need
is
to go back
hitting
now.
me."
I need to know what
Yeah.
happened.
I know, like I need the full story. I was like researching this. I know that
Yeah.
dude.
Who was the
I
actress?
was like,
What
"Wait.
happened?
What's going on,
Who has the
Taylor?"
scarf? I need to know all these things.
Yes, oh my god, the iconic scarf, literally. And the short film, so iconic.
The short film. Oh, that's what I aspire to do. That is like
I know.
the music
Dude,
video.
I
It's
literally I have like the notes app in my phone, I just have like music ideas. I just write down like I don't know, just lyrics or something that I come up with. And I just wrote down write a song based around the short film of All Too Well. Like it was
yes.
literally so good. I was like, wow, I'm like I'm blown away. It matched
Like
everything
that.
perfectly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's the music video like vibe I want to do. Like
Mhm.
I feel like I'm starting to like we were talking about people in general moving away from music videos, but like I feel like the singing in one location is like not working anymore.
No.
At least for me. Maybe people like that, but
Yeah, yeah.
I guess I've just always been a like I want to see
Mhm.
the like film of what your emotions were
Yeah.
because like yeah, you already told me your emotions. Now I want to see like the story behind it.
Mhm.
And I think those music videos are really cool when they like have a story within them.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's also cool how she just was like, "Yeah, I'm also a director, so, like, I'm gonna get these
She's like I'm
actors."
just going to do everything right now,
Right? But
so
that's so cool. I think, like yeah, I agree with you. I don't know, just standing and singing in location, it's like I mean, that's a vibe, go off, but,
yeah, it can be the vibe.
it can be the
Definitely.
vibe. It depends maybe, but no, I like to see, honestly, like a short film. Like to be real honest,
Yeah, 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 definitely.
that's really I don't know, that fascinates me a little bit more, I guess.
Yeah, like that, and just like trying something new visually.
Hmm.
I think that's more what it is. Because like short films, they're always like something new because there's so many different genres you can do across film. It's like it's always
Hmm.
bound to be some sort of unique experience instead of just I'm sitting and singing my song.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I agree.
Sorry, Noah, for leaving you out of this.
And I
He's
was like,
not exactly a Swifty,
he's like, I
but
don't care about this at all.
yeah,
No, that's good. Because yeah, I agree that like, I mean, I'm not gonna say the more complex the better for music videos, but it's nice to see like a sort of a cinematic universe being tied into the song.
Yeah, for sure. I saw one recently too that was I think Tyler the Creator and Pharrell, and it was like it was claymation, I'm pretty sure. It was so cool. I like, oh my God, it was crazy. It was just like, I don't know how people do claymation. That would take so much
I wish. I
takes
wish.
so much patience, so much time. Oh, just oh my gosh, that's so fascinating. But yeah, music videos are definitely interesting. Definitely have changed over time, I feel like.
Yeah, not dead yet.
Oh yeah.
As long as people continue to be creative with them,
Yeah, they just
I
have to
think.
be spectacular, I guess.
Yeah. I do have to ask, can we expect a video
Mhm.
for the new song?
Yeah, I think I want to do kind of like an animated video. I don't know if I would want to do claymation. That might be, I don't know. But
I can tell you from experience, unless you have a ton of time, I would advise maybe against it. Maybe
yeah,
a little bit. Maybe
yeah,
just
I don't know. I don't know about that one. But yeah, I want to do something animated, and I'm kind of, I guess, working on it right now. So
oh,
I don't
okay.
know when it's gonna be
Nice.
in the process of being, I don't know, posted about, but it's definitely in the works. And yeah, music videos are super fun. Once again, I think that's like my favorite thing to do and to plan and everything. It's super dope.
You were saying how artists can make like commercialized songs and flashy radio singles, but they can also make more intimate, sort of under the radar songs. Um, what do you? I don't know. I guess what can listeners expect from this new song? Is it flashy commercial, or is it more under the radar, simple?
Hmm. Um, I mean, I think it's definitely more simple. I try and with my sound, I try and mix both because I want, of course, at the end of the day, I want someone to listen to my music and be able to relate to it. And that's like the whole point. But I also want to make something people can just listen to and maybe it doesn't have to be that deep for them and they can just vibe to it, I guess. But yeah, so I guess maybe a mix of the two, but mainly something more simple, I guess, and definitely just coming from the heart. Cliche, but whatever.
Yeah.
I love the emotion.
Hmm.
That's what I live for.
Hmm.
That's what I try to write with my own stuff that I'm doing. Like it's all about trying to get the emotion into it in a way that
Hmm.
like because I feel like I very often write songs that make sense in my head. And it's like, yes, this is exactly what I mean.
Hmm.
But if someone listened to it for the first time, they'd be like, I don't know what you're trying to say here. This makes absolutely no sense. This is just a couple of words.
Yeah.
Like that's why I mean, I guess if you're an artist out there, get other people to listen to your song before it's done because you can very much use the input. No matter how good you think you are, there's always some sort of something someone can say to you
Hmm.
about your song and the current state of it that would honestly probably make it better. 99% of the time they will say something that is helpful.
Hmm.
Even if it is like this sounds good. That is helpful. But
Hmm.
yeah, get other people's opinions because yes, your experiences are your own and you can make them whatever you want, but at the end of the day, if you want to, grow an audience, I always say do the music because you want to do the music.
Hmm.
But if you want to have it as some sort of career and something that can actually support you, you got to at least make sure someone can relate to it at the end of the day.
Hmm.
So don't discount your emotions. Just find a way to make them relatable, I guess, if that makes sense.
Hmm. Yeah, I definitely agree. I'm definitely, this is really embarrassing kind of, but I sometimes I go on Reddit and I hope nobody finds it. I post my lyrics and I'm like, can I get feedback? And yeah, like I think it's so important to to kind of do that. I don't know, just to get other people's opinions, even if it's not songwriters, even if it's just people. I think it's super important, like you said, because yeah, like at the end of the day, if nobody can relate to it, which I feel like that's kind of such a brutal reality to just make something and pour your heart out into it, and then you go back and you listen to it
Yeah.
maybe the next day and you're like, yeah, this is not making any sense, but all right.
I 100% support the like if you only can do it to one person, get someone who doesn't know music
Yeah,
because they will be brutally honest with you.
yeah,
Because someone who does music will be like, "Oh, I love the way you shifted these chords to
yeah,
like a you like resolved
uh-huh,
and like wow, this poem, I like the melody that and the rhymes like no, I don't need to hear that. I don't care about that. I need to know is this good? And someone
yeah.
who doesn't know music will say this is good or this is bad. And honestly, that's some of the most useful information you can have.
Oh yeah, I feel like it could go either way, but I definitely agree with you. I think some people who aren't in music can listen to more on like the production side, kind of like mixing, or they'll be like, "Yeah, this sounds good," but then you show it to someone that's like, I don't know, like in music, and they're like, this snare is not good," or like something like that.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's important to just ask people in general, like, what do you think makes a good song? You know, my friends and I did that on Omegle one time. That's also really embarrassing, but we like went
Oh, I know. I love that idea.
we went on Omegle and we were just like, I don't know, we were just asking people. But yeah, I know, right? It's actually really good. Like I really recommend that for artists. It's such a good insight, to be honest.
Yeah, the Reddit thing was a good
I
idea.
know.
We should try that.
Yeah. I love the idea of like people who have no idea who you are being able to like
Yeah, that's
be
always so
brutal with you
nice.
because they
Yeah.
will be. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't love it, but I do love it.
Yeah, it's always nice hiding behind a screen, I guess. Whether it's Omegle or Reddit, but yeah. I mean, I personally I'm just such a Reddit like I will be on Reddit for like hours. It's just so entertaining to me. But yeah, Omegle is Omegle is definitely interesting, but
Yeah, be careful if anyone decides
yeah,
to use it,
if
but
you're under anyways,
yeah.
yeah, but no, it's actually pretty smart. I got that idea from a different friend of mine that does music, and I was like, that's kind of genius. I'm definitely gonna do that. But
Yeah, that is smart.
yeah, for sure.
Well, damn, no, I'm out of I mean we can keep going of course, but I've crossed out all my topics. We've covered everything.
Yeah, I'm good. We said a lot more than I thought we were gonna say, so I'm glad this
Mhm.
turned out good.
No, I love this. This was a fun
Oh
conversation.
yeah.
If we're gonna wind down here, feel free to plug your song, plug your socials, everything you want to advertise. Feel free to do that now.
Okay. Oh wow, pressure's on. Okay. Well, my socials are Zoe Gabrielle on all platforms. I have a song coming out called Lonely and Sad Girl on Friday. Um, and you can pre-save it. It's in my Instagram bio. Um, and yeah, so yeah, super exciting. And I hope if anyone's listening to this, I hope you listen to my music and I hope you can relate to it, like all the things that we were talking about.
Yes, we absolutely recommend listening to it. And thank you so much for joining us today because I mean you were great. I love
Of
talking to you. You
course.
were so fun.
Of
You're
course.
way more fun than Noah. But yeah, no, definitely. When you have a next song coming out, talk to us again. I
Yeah.
want to do this again. This was
Yeah,
fun.
this was
Yeah.
awesome. I'm super happy this happened.
Yeah, guys, all of Zoe's links will be in the description of this video and on Spotify and all that. So be sure to check her out. She has awesome music. And yeah, sorry, Ryan, I'll let you. I just wanted to make sure that everyone knows that all her
No,
socials and
yeah.
stuff are in
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
descriptions.
yeah.
But yeah, you're good.
So once again, this has been another episode of, and we're gonna do this in sync thing again. If you want to say double time with us, we're
Okay.
gonna do it again.
Great. Great.
This has been 3, 2, 1,
Double
double time.
time.
Love it.